Not gonna lie, this episode of Fairly Odd Parents was on timing, cause everybody and their mama has superpowers. But of course, Timmy always finds a way to put the entire world in danger with his selfish ass, dumbass, stupid ass wishes. So look, man, the episode starts off with a recap of a previous episode, and man, there sure are a lot of Crimson Chins in this bit. But hey, at least they beat Crimson Chin Nega and put him back in the comic. Yet, before he fades away into the last panel, homie sends out his mini-me named Short Fuse to do some searching in a 3D world in order to find some super-powered weirdness, as he puts it. So Lil Dude from across the street flies off, and Nega Chin vows to expose Timmy and his fairies, and just falls into the paneled void. I mean, I ain't see the particular episode in question, but I already know Timmy effed up big time. No rush, cause that's what he does best, creating his own freaking problems. So anyway, now that that's out of the way, the episode officially starts off with Timmy running late for school, even though he can just wish to be there instantly. But hey, that's just what I would have done. And as soon as he pulls up to the school, oh, it's really about to be over for Jit. But look at Cosmo though. Instead of staying by Timmy's side, his scary ass immediately hits the jets and runs up a tree. But just when we think it's about to be raps from my boy, this happens. Ooh, okay. So the firewoman's gonna see an endangered child in need and immediately goes to get Cosmo's cat self down a tree instead.
Kitty!
Dang, that's messed up. Some kind of hero you're supposed to be. A 10-year-old boy literally got bopped up a tree branch in pain and agony, and you have the audacity to still be smiling at Cosmo's trifling ass. I hope you lose your job, lady. But wait, the suffering doesn't end there, cause as soon as Timmy opens up his locker, Jit just gets flooded with Fs. And I'm sure you can already guess who was behind this.
You like it? I decided to get ahead of the game and give you every F you'll get between now and college.
My wiggle, what? That's actually crazy. So if he's supposed to keep getting Fs until now in college, wouldn't that technically not be possible? Since he would be failing every grade and constantly being held back? Just look at the live action movie. Bro was a grown ass man, still in elementary school.
Damn.
And also, why the heck are you even breaking into a Jit's locker anyway? Someone fire this man, please. But hey, at least the F's healed his black eye somehow. So there was some good that came out of this. So, as Timmy is about to sink into a pile of wasted trees, the janitor comes to the rescue and is about to sweep it all up. Well, that is until...
I should...
Flimmers of the future, unite!
Bro, these snot-nosed kids be pissing me off. Like, for what reason did you have to sneeze on the lockers like that? I'm sorry, Timmy, but you can survive in a pile of papers, my G. That nastiness on them lockers gotta take precedent. So, after being let down twice in one day, Timmy finally gets back home, and I'm sure is gonna be able to get a lot of rest and relaxation.
Hey, little guy, you look like you had a hard day. How about a nice peanut butter sandwich?
Oh, what? I didn't think I'd be right. I don't know if God done softened her heart or something, but alright, good shiz, Vicky. W babysitter. Dang, Timmy, you hungrier than a bit, huh? I know that mouth is sticky and mucky as freak. To which Vicky offers homie some milk, which is also very sweet of her.
On your head?
That makes a lot more sense. I really should have known. And coincidentally, a milkman comes driving by in order to actually give Timmy some milk. but instead gives it to Cat Cosmo to drink. And dude was over here talking about cats taking precedent over kids. But what I don't get is, why can't you just give both of them milk? You're a terrible milkman. But at the same time, Tim ain't have to gobble that peanut butter sandwich whole like that. You really played yourself with that one. No, DJ Khaled. So, after getting sidelined 3 times in a row, Timmy is understandably fed up with the lack of heroism from the adults in his city. So, what does he decide to wish for in order to solve this problem?
I wish the world could be like a comic book.
Okay, this wish is vague as freak, because there are comic books of all genres: action, romance, horror, drama, and the list goes on. But I'll let it slide just this once. And now the entire world turns into a superhero comic book. And this just room done turns into the goddamn Batcave. Wow. I don't know how that big behind rocket can fit in that tiny booty chin of his, but alright. And so, after Cosmo and Wanda zoom out of the exit hole, pause, we see Tiny Evil pop up on the scene, warning Nega-chin about the comic book world and the super dogs, aka Cosmo and Wanda, that Nega initially wanted little dude to find. So, it's really not looking too good for Timmy in the long run. But for now, they arrive at Super School. Okay, y'all doing a little too much with the cape now. All the Jits are superheroes. Chester, Elmer, Sanjay. Nah, they wrong for that shit. Is that racist? That's gotta be racist. Anyway, we also got Professor AJ with his Mojo Jojo ad brain. Crap, is that racist too? Oh my gosh, bro. Who's next? Oh yeah, Trixie with her super speed, super strength, and super popularity. Girl, that is not a superpower. It was popular either way. And nobody cares. Nah, that's foul. My fault, Veronica. You do not deserve that. I am so sorry. So, with everyone having superpowers now, Timmy got exactly what he wanted. A world filled with superheroes.
I am the bully.
Well, I stand corrected. So, Francis turned into this bull monster, dubbed Bull E, and just starts effing shiz up. Meaning that Timmy ain't just create superheroes, he created super villains too. Man, Timmy really gotta stop making these impulsive wishes, bro. But I'm sure if things get too out of hand, he'll be able to wish things back to normal. Well, at least I hope so. But before Bull E even had a chance to demolish the Booty Chin Warrior, that sounds crazy.
Unhand that sidekick, villain! The Crimson Chin!
Yup, the Crimson Chin enters the playing field. But he looking kinda off though. Can't quite put my finger on it. Maybe he toned down his muscles a little bit, I don't know. But he wastes no time and instantly pulls out his ray gun, just vaporizing Bull E into oblivion. I love that word. And saves Timmy. But it actually turned out to be a teleportation device. So let me stand corrected. Which Chin proclaims to have sent Bro to a secret jail cell of some kind. Okay. But something still doesn't seem right though. But like Sonic, it doesn't matter. Cause Vicky comes through as the Baby Shredder with her Wolverine copycat looking self.
Surrender, you cretin!
Dang! Big done turned into Dr. Pimple Popper. And after that, the final villain comes through, which is of course Mr. Crocker, with his Doc looking at calling himself Dr. Croctopus. And why them tentacles coming out of his body like that? That's kinda nasty, I ain't gonna lie. But just look at what his tentacles do though.
My magical tentacles have the power to give you 4 failing grades at the same time!
Your power is giving out failing grades? Man, Chin, get these wiggers off my screen. There we go. Lame ass villains. And so, after Chin takes out the trash, Timmy is like, OMG, you're my hero. But how does Chin respond?
Yes, I am.
Oh nah, this wigger on one for real. Cause why he hitting that evil laugh so hard? Even Timmy thought bro was looking kinda unfamiliar right now. But anyway, homie instant transmissions with the quickness. Redundant, I know. And where did he fly up to, you ask? Okay, it's the Nega Chin's lair. I didn't know the Crimson Chin had VIP access. Interesting. At least now we know where the 3 Marvel villain rejects transported to. But once the Crimson Chin comes to confront them, something intriguing happens.
The Nega Chin!
Crocker, I'd have beat your scrawny ear on the neck looking at for what you just said. Nickelodeon, y'all are not slick for letting this foolishness slide. He said nigga, clear as day. I hope someone chops your D off, Wiggy. My fault. So yeah, he's revealed to actually be the Nega Chin. Well, the Nigga Chin, according to Crocker. And all jokes aside, I don't know how nobody bat an eye at the red eyes and sharp ass teeth. Shoot, at least Timmy peeped the weird ray gun earlier. So they aren't completely hopeless. Either way, it's also revealed that the real Crimson Chin has somehow been captured. Dang, he low-key sucks. Cause you can't break out of that gold cage. Gold is not that strong. I played Minecraft. And after that, the Nigga Chin reveals his plan to try and detain Cosmo and Wanda somehow. And he needs the help of these 3 rejects to do it. Oh boy, Timmy. You gotta unwish this wish as soon as possible before it's too late. But I have little to no faith in that happening. This is Timmy Turner we're talking about. So, with that established, we cut back to the Super Jits at Super School being greeted with the red alert to start the day. Which means there is evil afoot.
Evil!
So the super principal, whoa. You know darn well she into some frisky activities with that shiz on. Golly. Oh man, when they turn on the news, that boy Francis, Bull E, is over here throwing earth balls at dudes. Pause. And this man Chet You Betcha is over here scared for his life. My guy, don't you got superpowers? Just look at bro's microphone. That junk has a cape on it. Why does it have a cape on it? So after seeing that, Timmy and his super classmates zoom out of that bit, leaving poor old Veronica in the dust. Aw, where's Betty when you need her? But anyway, while the Nigga Chin continues to wreak havoc on Dimsdale, we cut to a caged Crimson Chin just watching from the screen, with the lil Bob-omb dude keeping watch, which was a pretty bad move on their part, because...
That's pretty small thinking, don't you think?
Small!
Nice job, little idiot!
Wow, this dude really has an Edward Elric complex, cause that wigger always hated being called short. But I get it though. Ladies ain't trying to get with a short dude 99% of the time. So I just thank God I'm 6'1" for real. So the Crimson Chin flies away. Dang, he caked up. Pause. And now our heroes officially enter the strike zone with the entire city already destroyed. Man, y'all about slower than a bee. The Nigga Chin and your arch enemies were going crazy in the booth. And now they about to tear all of y'all to ribbons. Shout out Kisame. Well, unless y'all really lock in for real. But when I tell you that the heroes were getting complete and utterly folded like some clothes, no J. Cole, like Peep this, right? So when Bully starts charging at AJ, homie tries to read his mind. But since dude is literally a dummy, there was no mind for homie to read, which causes AJ to get taken for a ride. And Chester, channeling his inner Dig Dug, tries to save him. But dang, nah, you gotta be messed up forever with brain damage like that. Shoot, he probably should be dead if we're being honest. Golly. And man, everyone was just getting absolutely bodied left and right. Straight laid out on the floor. And now, with everybody else out of the way, they all surround Timmy. And with homie backed into a corner, there was only one thing left to do.
I wish we lived in a world without superheroes and...
Oh dang, Nigga Chin straight up baited him. You saw this man's legs? He was racing. Even though he was already super close to Jit from the jump. But you know they gotta make it dramatic somehow. Cause like, why was his wigger taking so long to say his wish? Timmy just be wanting a challenge at this point, let's be honest. So, because of the conditions, everyone, except for the villains, turned back to normal. But look at the Crimson Chin though. Why dude still got his mask on? I'm trying to see that bear chin, Wicked. Whoa. Pause? I'm pausing a lot in this video, sorry y'all. But now Timmy attempts to wish the villains away this time. And of course, he takes his sweet time again, allowing Crocker to trap Cosmo and Wanda in an anti-magic bubble, which allows the Nigga Chin to immediately teleport them away. Now, they're completely screwed, being forced to rendezvous at Timmy's raggedy behind treehouse. I still can't stand looking at Papa Chin over there. Why are Unk's glasses laying on top of his chin like that? Dude look goofy as heck. Well shoot, I don't know what they finna do now. But for some reason, Normal Chin brings out the firewoman, the janitor, and the milkman from earlier in the episode. And Timmy, understandably so, crashes out over it, cause them wiggers did not help him. But I mean, hey, they said they can really put in work this time, so let's see what they can do. And with that being said, somehow the janitor gets invited into the Nigga Chin's lair. And man, this dude is a narcissist. Oh my leash. And is told to clean out Bull E's disgusting pig pen. Bro, I can't stand people like this. Asmongold looking ass section. But when Nigga Chin also tells the janitor to pledge allegiance to his evil.
Never! It's us!
Dang, who was y'all training with? Clowns? Cause ain't no way all of y'all fit into that small behind trash can. Especially Chin's big muscular self. And after seeing these normal people pop up on the scene, them villains were hating hard. So much so that the Nigga Chin thinks they ain't worth his time and just runs off to go take a bath. He was low-key scared. Let's keep it a buck. Alright, since these people are so normal, let's see how quick these villains actually take to get these wiggers gone. So, the battle begins, and the villains actually have a pretty decent start, with fake Wolverine slicing the chandelier, Nocia, which they swiftly dodge. But unfortunately for Timmy, he couldn't avoid another failing grade, and gets zapped to oblivion. Man, I still love that word. Yet, after that, the turns table very quickly, cause when Bull E's dumbass starts charging, the janitor pulls up with the mop and just starts twirling that bit around, just getting all that nasty mop juice all over the place. But then, ooh, okay, wombo combo. I see y'all boys. But hold on now, let's not get ahead of ourselves, cause Crocker's freaky ad just straight up captures the kids with his tentacles. Ugh. And he blasts a fiery F to block their path. But where there is fire, there is a fire woman. and homegirl goes ahead and puts out the fire with ease. And oh boy, if you was paying attention, I alluded to this earlier, but just look.
Hey! One of those isn't mechanical!
Whoa! What the freak? That is crazy. Butch Hartman was on timing for real. She straight up emasculated this man. And I'm not gonna lie, this next part is equally as crazy. Just look what the milk man does when Vicky charges at him.
Prepare for your utter defeat.
Like, come on, bro. They foul. So once the nigga Chin comes out of the shower, he sees all the villains just laid out on the ground. Slump. No ski mask. So, bro tries one last ditch effort at victory by shooting Timmy and Normal Chin with his nigga vision. But instead,
Negavision!
yeah, dude done messed up crazy. So, with Cosmo and Wanda finally free, you already know what Timmy gotta do. And he better get it right this time. Hit that shiz, little bro.
I wish everybody was back to normal and we were all back in the Crimson Chin's comic book.
Yes, sir! Now with the world back to normal and the nigga Chin roped up in the comic book world, the day is officially saved. But Timmy, you gotta stop being the cause of all the danger in the city, my G. I'm telling y'all Timmy's an op for real.